Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and my smile has sort of returned after Arsenal's bad performance. Manchester City have lost against Bournemouth 2-1 and at the Vitality City Stadium, and it was a dreadful performance by Manchester City. I mean, I thought Arsenal were bad in their game against Newcastle. Manchester City took it to a whole new level, and Bournemouth, to their credit, I mean, they were superb in that game. So let's go ahead and talk about it. As I said in the intro, I mean, about Bournemouth were really good from the get-go. In the first minute, they had two chances to take the lead, and they somehow Edison keeps them at bay, and it remains a 0-0. But Bournemouth, I think from that moment on, Manchester City just got shook. They couldn't really believe what is happening with them, and the way that Bournemouth started that game, it was amazing, and they continued to oppress Manchester City. And I think it was the way that they played that Manchester City really couldn't fathom what is happening to them, and that in the state of shock, or in the state of being stunned, they went behind a great cross from the left hand side. The left back crosses it in, and Simeone goes in and he scores that goal. It becomes 1-0 to Bournemouth, and it was a great goal, great World Cup, a great reworked a goal, a great cross from the left hand side, and the way that he holds himself, he holds the defender, makes the turn, a great goal, and a very good important goal for Bournemouth. It becomes a 1-0, and it stays 1-0 for a long period of time, and it felt that if there was going to be another goal, it was only going to come from Bournemouth. Manchester City had a lot of possession, but they really did not do anything with that possession. I mean, City was so bad that the first shot on goal came at the 80th minute. That shows you how bad they were. They barely created anything, and Bournemouth was in complete control. They let Manchester City have the ball. They let them, have the possession. They just sat back, and the moment they got, to counter, they countered, and they countered really well. They could have easily been 5-0 or 6-0 up. That's how good they were. It was just Addison's good goalkeeping, and in some ways Bournemouth's bad finishing, that the score was not embarrassing for Manchester City, because that's how bad that was. I really couldn't believe that this is Manchester City playing. But the thing is, I said this in the prediction that Manchester City are not really playing that good this season. They have been just winning the games. They won a very very luckily against Wolves, Wolves, and then against Southampton. They just passed by that game as well. But today it was no there, and I said in after the Southampton game in my review that if it would have been a better team against Manchester City, and in the Wolves game as well, they would have dropped points. And Bournemouth are let's be honest, they are a bit better as compared to Manchester Wolves and Southampton, and Manchester City paid the price for it. Like they were lost on that pitch tonight. They really did not know what they were supposed to do. The passes are going everywhere. They are not really able. They were not even winning the 50-50 tackles. It's just like they were. I just don't know what really happened to them. Bournemouth, like they were really up for it. They really, they took Manchester City out of the game completely. There was no cohesiveness between the City players. And the Haaland was basically quiet for most of the game. Foden, I think, was their best player, but if I had to rate him in today's performance, I think I would give him a 4. So that just shows you how bad they were. Bournemouth, on the other hand, as I said, they could have easily been a 5-0, 6-0 up with the way that played, like the chance after chance that they were creating, and City had no control that over them. They couldn't really stop them. It was so easy for Bournemouth, and it's not like that they were just hoofing the ball over the top. No, they would attack from the right hand side. They would attack from the left hand side. They easily going through their midfield. Like the midfield battle was completely won by Bournemouth, and it was a really dominating performance. And they got the reward they got the second half. In the second half, they got that second goal. Again, a great goal on the left hand side, easily beating them out. I mean, the way that he sent that across, it was very easy. And when Nielsen scores his second goal in 2 games in a row, so it was a very good performance for Bournemouth. It becomes a 2-0, and then the thing is, what really surprised me, that City never really fought back like they used, and it was again Bournemouth. They hit the crossbar 2-3 times. They could have, as I said before, they could have easily been 5-0, 6-0 up. Manchester City finally got a shot on target at the 80th minute. 80th minute. This is Manchester City we are talking about, and that too against Bournemouth. That's how bad they were, and they got unlucky again. They somehow got that goal. Gundogan with a great cross, and they get that goal. It becomes a 2-1, and after that goal, they got the equalizer. Then the game sort of changes, and I think that is more to do with Bournemouth just sitting back. I really don't sometimes understand why teams do this, especially when you are, you have been so good playing the other way around. They considered in the 82nd minute, so then automatically just went, they went reverse gear, and they just sat back and they started defending, and they started going deep and deep into their own half, and it became easy for Manchester City. I think that they teams, when they do this, they bring more pressure onto them, instead of just like when you are playing so good, when you are you're getting the results with playing that attack minded football, when you're taking the game to the opposition. They are, or the fact of the matter is, City was the team that should have been under pressure, and that they were under pressure. They knew they even if the title race like if they are not even in the title race, they expect Bournemouth to win at Bournemouth, and they would be their fans would not be pleased with that performance. So the pressure were all on City, but Bournemouth, and it's not just Bournemouth, other teams do it as well. The moment they go back, they just sat back, right? They conceded, it became 2-1, and with 7 minutes to go, I just don't know why they sat back. They just invited pressure on, and then Manchester City created 2, 3, 4 chances where they could have easily won the game, but it was just not to be there. I mean, that Haaland chance, he hits the ball, the goalkeeper pushes it out, and he on the rebound somehow nicks the crossbar instead of going in, and then the Bournemouth player hoops it away, and the game finishes at 2-1. Amazing performance from Bournemouth. I mean, it was really good. You cannot no City fan can come up today and they can say that no, we deserve to win that game. You did not deserve to win that. You did not deserve anything from that game, and they did not get. I think it was a very great good performance, and it was a fair result, and a massive 3 points for Bournemouth. They are trying to slowly get back into game. They have had a mini revival the last 2-3 weeks. They defeated Arsenal, they drew last week, and then they have now defeated Manchester City as well. So amazing wins for Bournemouth at the moment, and they are starting to get back into that top 10. I think that was their aim, that they want to be in the top 10 at the end of the season, and they have to moved up the table, and they would hope that it continues. City, on the other hand, I mean, when they would have went into that game, they would have known that Arsenal have lost, so that would have given them a huge boost, that if they win this game, there's going to be an 8 point lead. I mean, the title of my video after the Arsenal game was that is the title lost, because I really did not think City were going to lose today, and because I really thought that if if City win today, it is going to be an 8 point that Arsenal are not chasing them. But luckily for Arsenal, City don't win, and unluckily for City, it is a massive 3 points drop, especially because Liverpool have won. They have overtaken them in the table, and because of their defeat, Arsenal are somehow still in the title race. They still have a chance. I in that Arsenal review video, when I said that you have to now hope that big teams they have to they somehow win those. You at least have to City have to at least lose 3 games, and I mentioned the big teams. I really did not mention the small teams. So a huge loss for Manchester City. It cannot be understated. You don't expect as City, for example, let's be very honest, Arsenal did not expect to lose at Bournemouth, and we were pissed when lost, and I think the City fans are going to be pissed as well. It has great ramifications on the title race. This day has not been good for the top 2 teams. They have both lost, but Liverpool, it's a very good day for them. They go back on the top of the table. They have won their game, but for City it was a really dreadful. And the more to do that, the losing is one thing, but today's performance, I think Pep Guardiola is gonna rip his team into shreds with the way that they performed. It was a dreadful, shameful performance from Manchester City. I'll be very honest. I really usually I really use these words for Manchester City, but today they were abysmal. There's no other way to deny. Like, they were so bad in that game. So, and I don't, as I said, they did not deserve anything anything from that game. That's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of City's performance, what you guys thought of Bournemouth's performance. Sorry. Let me know in the comments below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 450 subscribers by the end of November, so please help the channel and subscribe to it. Until next time, bye bye.